What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to my channel, ectvision. My name is Khalid, and on this channel, we're going to talk about the hypocrisies of politics. We're going to talk about the lies that come from the left and the Democrats. We're going to just try to get it all. I'm going to try to be as non-biased as possible, but it's kind of hard to do that when one side is completely out of their mind. Now, today's subject, we're going to talk about Ted Willard. He is a Democratic mayor in the city of Portland. All right. Now, he had a little conference yesterday, pretty much blaming Trump for the violence that's going on in his city right now. The other day, a Trump supporter was shot and killed, right? There's a video out there going around. You can go watch the video if you look it up, do your Googles. A man walked past to somebody. He says, "Hey, we have a Trumper." The shooter says him. He says, "Yeah." Then he shoots the man in his chest. And like I said, the man was reported to be a Trump supporter. There was a Trump caravan that was going out rallying for Trump. So as the news progresses and I get more information, I'll cover it. But right now, that's all I know. Now let's get back to Ted Willard. He goes on this rant, blaming Trump for the violence in the country, still using age-old information, saying he's racist and misogynist and all this other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the clip. After the clip is over, we're going to come back here and we're going to talk about it. Let's roll it.
Yesterday's events began with hundreds of cars filled with supporters of the president, rallying in Clackamas County and then driving through downtown Portland. They were supported and energized by the president himself. President Trump, for 4 years, we've had to live with you and your racist attacks on black people. We learned early about your sexist attitudes towards women. We've had to endure clips of you mocking a disabled man. We've had to listen to your anti-democratic attacks on journalists. We've read your tweets slamming private citizens to the point of receiving death threats. And we've listened to your attacks on immigrants. We've listened to you label Mexicans rapists. We've heard you say that John McCain wasn't a hero because he was a prisoner of war. And now you're attacking Democratic mayors and the very institutions of democracy that have served this nation well since its founding. Do you seriously wonder, Mr. President, why this is the first time in decades that America has seen this level of violence? It's you who have created the hate and the division. It's you who have not found a way to say the names of black people killed by police officers, even as people in law enforcement have. And it's you who claimed that white supremacists are good people. Your campaign of fear is as anti-democratic as anything you've done to create hate and vitriol in our beautiful country. You've tried to divide us more than any other figure in modern history. And now you want me to stop the violence that you helped create. What America needs is for you to be stopped so that we can come back together as one America while recognizing that we must demand that all people, black, brown, white, every color, from every political persuasion, pull together and hold all people accountable.
Now, real quick, you saw that. You heard what the man said. Now, let's go over some things real quick. First of all, are we still using the Donald Trump is a racist thing still? I mean, still. Like, it's been 4 years and he has probably the best turnout for black American votes than any other president in this country. Does anybody not notice that? He's up on the polls right now in every demographic. Joe Biden is losing on the polls. And this is what the Democrats do when they start getting desperate. They start using people like Ted Willard as fucking puppets to get more votes. You keep calling him a racist and a misogynist and a sexist, but where is the evidence for this? Anybody who's watching this video, show me the evidence of Donald Trump being any of these things, and I'll fall back. I'll take this hat off and burn it. Now, let's move on. He said this is the first time we saw this level of violence in this country. There was a riot in Cincinnati where I'm from back in what, 2001, 2002, something like that. There was a violent riot in 2015, not too long ago. So, I mean, this isn't the first time we saw this level of violence. And if you notice that all of these riots happen in democratic cities, y'all haven't noticed that? Then he goes on to say that the violence is because of Donald Trump. He says, you want me to stop the violence that you created. How did Donald Trump create this violence amongst the people in your country, in your city? Why are you blaming Donald Trump for that? When he tried to go out there and escalate the situation, you went on public record to tell him to basically F off. And you wanted nothing to do with him. Then you went up on the podium in front of the rioters, the looters, the violent people, the Black Lives Matter people, and told them that you're proud of them for resisting Donald Trump's troops who came down there to cease the violence that was going on in your city when the whole George Floyd thing broke out. You don't remember that? You don't remember that? Do these guys have amnesia? Then he goes on, he's still using he said there were good people on both sides. He said that white nationalists were great people. No, he didn't say that. No, he didn't. Why do y'all keep saying that? He is on public TV denouncing white nationalists in the same speech that you're talking about. Like literally seconds after he said there were fine people on both sides, and I'm not talking about the white nationalists. Those people should be denounced completely. He said that. Those were his own words. So why are we still using that? You see, this is what they do when they start getting desperate. Just the other day, Joe Biden said that he was going to start coming out to the public and speaking to people, even though he said not too long ago, I'm going to stay in the house and run my campaign because I want to follow the science. But now he's dropping on the polls because he had no problem with people rioting. Now he has a problem. Now he wants to come out. Now he wants to denounce the violence. He said the other day that, or not the other day, but he said, my bad. He said a little minute ago that if he became president, and he was asked what he would do about the coronavirus, he said he would shut down the country. He said he would shut down the whole country. Y'all don't see what's going on here, and now he's saying that he wouldn't shut down the whole country. He's changing his mind. It's too late. You people don't want to vote for you no more. They did a poll. 44% of the people in the suburbs, that's pretty much the majority of the country. 44% of white suburban people said that they do not feel safe with Joe Biden in office. That's majority of the damn country. So let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. This is going to be a landslide for Trump. It's going to be a landslide for Trump all day. But let's get back on track. He also goes and says, what he says, he labeled Mexicans as racist. No, he didn't. Or a rapist. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't label no damn Mexicans as rapists. He said they're sending people over here and they're not sending their best people, which is true. MS-13 is still a thing. Still a thing, and it still goes on. The cartels are still a thing, and they still send people over here. Here's what I don't understand about the people who want to try to defend illegal immigrants. Do you know that the cartels are sending illegal immigrants over here who may be a victim of human trafficking? Have y'all ever thought about that? We had this Save the Children shit going on. But what if one of those children that's getting picked up by ICE are actual victims of human trafficking? Has anybody ever thought about that? But I digress. That's for another topic. That's going to be for a whole nother topic. And then he says Donald Trump is creating hate. How is Donald Trump creating hate? How is he creating hate? What did he say? What is he on record saying that spreads hate? Because the caravan that came with the Trump supporters, if y'all don't know, look this story up. This is about the downtown Portland shooting, there was a caravan of Trump supporters that came down there to rally for Trump, right? And that's when the shooter, found a Trump supporter and shot him, right? That's what happened. The caravan came down there, wasn't trying to bother nobody. That wasn't trying to bother nobody. All the violence is coming from the Antifas, the Black Lives Matters. That's where all the violence is coming from. So we can't sit up here and keep blaming Trump for all the little shit that your people in your city is doing. And did he forget, like I mentioned before, did you forget that he wanted to send troops down there? You didn't take the help like the mayor of Seattle did. But see, the mayor of Seattle didn't take the help until they was coming to her front door. These people that you went to their rally to talk to them, these people were telling you to F off. They didn't even want you on stage. And you sitting up there telling them you're proud of them. Man, this guy is nuts. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, please. And I'm going to keep making these videos as soon as I can, because I have a lot of topics that I want to go over. A lot of stuff we need to cover, and it's a lot of stuff we need to get out there. ECT Vision, y'all have a good day. Bless.